Howdy, folk. It's me, Hyder, here again with players. Hey, players. How's it going?
Hey.
Hello. Hello.
Hey. Oh. Let's go. We won't talk about Monday, because that's going to be continued on Monday. Last Friday, we had our group frantically trying to escape a Java Slythe that was last seen battling Ryan, the NPC. Now, some minutes later, the group have arrived at an obstacle in their way. Jebediah, barely clinging on to life at the moment, not having had time to be healed yet. Lothar and Lazarus, probably keen to do so. The obstacle in front of you, by the way, a river.
Which direction are we heading?
Northeast.
Okay, so we're heading north. So we're in the rear.
You're on the side. You're heading northeast.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was thinking northwest. Okay, so there's a river.
You're in the military, goddammit.
I'm stoned.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. I'll factor that in with your tests.
So I'm going to sort of address the group a little bit. Okay, everyone, we need to cross this river. Does anyone know this land? Does anyone know anywhere to cross this river?
You people mumble. Make me a
Anyone?
charm test just to see how appealing you can be. This can be easy. You've helped these people a lot.
I'm not taking my clothes off. Again.
That doesn't give you a bonus.
But a crit does.
That's true.
Okay. An old man steps forwards. Yup. Used to go fishing round here.
Okay. And is there somewhere close by where we can cross safely?
Nope. Not unless you got a boat.
Is there anywhere nearby where there is a boat?
Nope.
Does anyone happen to have a boat?
Old man checks his pockets.
Oh, good lord.
Nope. Ain't got any boat.
Okay. Well, we're going to have to. Is there anywhere where the river narrows that we might be able to find a way to cross? The bridges, nothing.
Yep. Arrows right about here. Points to where you are.
So this is the narrowest point.
Yep. Don't know how deep it goes, but there's some
Right.
big old pack in the water.
Fantastic. Well, if we need to fish. All right. Thank you. I want to go and speak to the others. Lazarus, how's Jebediah getting on?
He's still injured, but I'm about to do a checkup on him.
All right. You go ahead and try to see if you can help him. Well, apparently this is the narrowest point of the river. Perhaps we should go and have a look and sort of see how deep it is.
Well,
Okay.
we need to get moving because that big critter's still behind us.
Indeed.
Jebediah.
Mhm.
You feel a lot better all of a sudden. Lazarus, what do you do to instill Jebediah with such vitality?
I guess I would tighten up the splint, make sure the sling's secured, maybe massage a little bit, like around the not broken muscles.
Fair enough.
Or
Jebediah, you wake up to Lazarus massaging around your wound. Feels quite nice.
Oh, Lazarus. What happened? I don't remember what happened. Some big thing. What's going on?
Broke your arm, so tending to your wound.
I look over at my arm and I try to move it for a second like an idiot. I wince. Oh, suppose you're right about that. Shit. I'm gonna guess that the answer is no, but any chance I happen to sleep through the trip and we're on the other side of the mines?
I'm afraid not. We've come to a little bit of a blockage, I'm afraid, in the form of a river. We need to go and see if there's any chance we could cross it here.
I sit up and look over at it. Is there anything that I would know from any of my waterfaring knowledge about anything to do with crossing a river?
Make me some sort of roll.
Okay.
What do you got? Local?
I think I have Lore of Reichland.
Yeah, sure. That'll do.
Okay. What difficulty?
Easy.
Okay. Should I have a minus 20 modifier?
No, you should not.
Okay, then that should be, I guess, 2 SL higher?
Yeah, okay. So, you know that there are some waters that are a little bit dangerous if you go wading inside. The rivers are generally safe if you're on a boat, but to go swimming, not quite so safe. You're not fortified by wood.
I pass that information along.
Sometimes you can swim with the assistance of a rope. So if you have a good swimmer, they can go across first with a rope and then the others can heave themselves across. Other times you find a tall enough pine tree. Perhaps one can be felled that would span the bridge.
Okay. Alright, I share that, and I also add, ordinarily, I'd volunteer to swim across myself, because I am a pretty good swimmer with all my time out on the rivers. But as you can see, I hold up my broken arm and wince visibly from it. I am not in any condition to be swimming, unless I'm about to die if I don't right that second.
Yes, well, I'm afraid, unless there's a halfling in the water, I'm not much good.
I don't understand that, but I'll take your word for it.
Well, perhaps there's a tree nearby we can fell without going anywhere near the woods.
I understand to that.
How fast is this river?
Can I?
Relatively slow. It's not a quick moving water.
Okay.
And do we know how deep it is?
No. It is dark and misty.
Is there a tree where we can find sticks nearby and try and measure a big stick?
You could have a look for one.
Yeah.
Can I use?
Outdoor survival.
Let's go for an average outdoor survival, just as you try and find either a large stick or a branch to work your magic with. Average, yeah. And what are you up to, Henrik?
I was going to say, is there a way that I could use my navigation skill to sort of see anything about the area that I might remember from any maps that I've studied? Because I would have been around the area for merchant wires.
So navigation, you could get like the geography as to which direction you need to head or where you would need to go to be in different places. Sure. Yeah, you could roll me. I'd say if you take your time, we can go for an average roll. And while you're contemplating that, Lazarus, you find a very good stick. Particularly sticky.
Damn, that is a fine stick. What are you going to do with it?
So it's about 6 foot long.
Okay, I'm gonna put it in the water and see how deep the river is.
Okay. Looks like it's about 4 foot deep with a bit of a thick layer of silt on the bottom, so there's that nice sort of muddy quality to the bottom.
Well, I think if we do this, we're gonna have to have a rope, because people can get stuck with this mucky bottom, and it's about chest high.
How deep is it in the middle?
Well, I'm not going in there yet. I'm evaluating it from right now.
Perhaps we should repeat that with going in a little bit.
Well, do we have rope?
I believe we had rope.
Because I can't swim, so if I'm going in there, I want some safety.
Did somebody have some rope?
One of the nearby villagers hands you over. Here you go, sir. Got about 10 yards. Not a lot, but...
Okay,
All right.
Can I tie it around my waist and hand it to Lothar and Henrik to hold on to?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'll get a few villagers to come on as well, just in case.
You'd be able to make it
Hold on to the rope.
roughly halfway across, you'd estimate, with your current rope.
Ah. We need a longer rope. Anyone got another rope?
Well, I mean, it'll work for the experiment.
Sure.
So, I do the same thing.
Okay, so you wade out into the water, using the stick in front of you just to gauge the depth. And... oof, let's go with an average perception roll.
Critical.
Okay. It seems to maintain a relatively steady depth.
So it's still
Yeah.
just tight.
I think it may have even been dug, perhaps, by someone, as it seems to be artificially steady in terms of depth.
And so it's still at my chest. Okay. I'm gonna. How bad is this current with me standing in it?
A little bit of effort to sort of work against it, but you're still able to stand upright. You just kind of have to waddle with a fairly wide stance.
Do my feet get stuck into the muck? Like, is it hard to pull them out?
Make an athletics test. Average. It is not easy, but you make your way there and back again with some
Well,
resistance.
actually, if I go halfway, I'm just gonna cross. If it's not too difficult.
Okay, so you're going to take the belt off. Take the rope off, rather. Because the rope will only go halfway.
Actually, I'm gonna tell them to let go of the rope. I'm gonna bring it to the other side. People could bring it halfway, grab onto the rope if they start slipping, and I can pull them out.
I think we'd rather have a full-length rope going across.
You can ask around, but if this is all we have,
Well, it'll take a long time if it's the only rope we've got.
well, we gotta cross somehow.
It might not be here, is what I'm thinking.
Well, I'm still crossing,
Okay.
and I'm letting them know that it's not too difficult.
We have got some old folks and stuff. I'm a bit concerned about trying to get over there with half a rope from one side, because what if they fall under the water and go disappearing before they get to the rope?
Okay, if you would rather pull them back. But my thought is to pull them forward.
But either way, doing that either way is still risky.
Yeah, but it's the best chance we have right now, unless you want to go around.
Well, I'm wondering if we should travel. I mean, I've done a navigation roll. with a decent SL Hydra. Do I get anything for that? I had a +6. I had a +6 SL.
Probably a 5-minute walk the other side of this river. Maybe 10 minutes and a brisk walk. But you'd be at the mines of Jettenberg.
Okay.
And
So
then
nothing about where the river, whether there's anywhere on the river that might look better to cross.
there is no bridge, other than heading directly upwards towards the town or city of Jettenberg itself. Or what's left of the town.
Alright, well, I think what we need to do is decide, are we gonna... do we have any more rope? Let's ask around to see if we've got any more rope, so we can tie the two ends together. So I shall ask everybody, does anyone have any more rope?
I check my pockets and shake my head.
No, there is a lack of rope. A few people have belts, but there's not anything that is, let's say, desirable.
Well, belts are better than nothing, I suppose. We can fashion a sort of rope just to give us a little bit of play, I suppose. See what belts people have got and whether we think it's long enough to cross the river.
Lazarus, did you cross?
Yeah, I crossed to the other side.
Good. Can you roll a challenging perception test for me, please?
Oof. Yeah.
Okay. There is a very large leech on your leg right now.
Ooh. I rip it off.
Can you make me a... Yeah?
I was going to say, can I cut it? Well, if I can't pull it off, I'm going to take my dagger and cut it.
You can pull it off. Make me a... You don't need to make a roll to cut the damn thing off with a weapon. That's easy. What's not so easy is now passing a challenging cool test for me, please.
Okay. Oof. I'm going to re-roll that.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Oh.
It's better.
Okay. Lazarus, you feel really lightheaded. Really lightheaded. You can rip this thing off.
Yeah, I have to get this thing off me.
Okay. You rip it off. As you do, blood starts trickling out of the wound. But it's a little bit more complicated than that.
Can I do a lore medicine to find out what's going on?
You can do a lore medicine to see what's going on. This will be challenging because of something else. We'll come to that in a second. Okay. Leeches, tend to make blood flow a little bit quicker. They have an anticoagulant within them, and it tends to make it more difficult to stop bleeding. So, you have currently 2 bleeding conditions. But you, sir, are also hallucinating because you are high as a kite. Roll me a d10, please.
Sure.
Okay. Relatively good. You wake up somewhere comfortable and familiar. Where would Lazarus like to wake up?
You'd probably be imagine he's waking up at his home.
Okay. You wake up at home, and your leg is bleeding. And Tassia runs in. The fuck you bleeding for? You're bleeding all over the freaking sheets. I just cleaned them. She's whacking you right now. It's probably not a bad idea to bandage yourself.
Heal tech check.
Yeah. Jebediah and Henrik, no test needed, but Lazarus is talking to himself.
Lazarus, you alright? What were you doing?
Do I hear them?
Make a challenging perception test for me, please.
Oh, apparently I do.
You do. You hear Henrik and Jebediah right outside your home calling for you. And you've just managed to bandage your wound. It appears that you're no longer bleeding.
I'll be right there. By the way, there's leeches. Careful. And I'm gonna walk out the door of my house and try and find Lothar, Jebediah, and Henrik.
Roll a d12, please. Okay. You start wandering off opposite direction to them, but you're pretty sure where that's where they are. Jebediah and Henrik. Lazarus is just walking away.
Oh, bloody hell.
These guys cross over? We're over here.
He said something about leeches. Do you think he means in there?
And, well, I mean, leeches do tend to be in the water, so sure.
Well, he doesn't seem in his right mind. Do you think that's what's caused him to wander off like that?
What would I know?
Got any law beasts or law riverways?
No, just Reichland and Bretonian.
Nah. Keep on working at that career, Jebediah. You'll get there. No, this is news to you.
No
So
clue.
Have we all just seen Lazarus just like stagger off into the woodland on the other side?
Pretty much. Looks drunk.
Right. Gonna wave at the guards, get them to shout that we need to get these people moving before that beast catches up to us, and then I'm gonna try and wade across to catch up with Lazarus before he runs into something horrible. Not having a fucking clue what a leech is.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Okay, well, if you're going across there, Lothar, maybe you should look out for those things, whatever he said they were.
Probably.
And we're sure there's nothing else that'll get us across without having to wade through.
No, but we could go up to Yettenberg.
Right.
We might even find a boat at Yettenberg, come back down the river and back to here.
How far is that?
From my navigation roll, do I know?
It's a bit of a travel.
It's a bit of a travel.
Well, that's very specific.
Right, I know.
Would that interfere with us making our 3-day trip time that we had before we are? I believe it was something about torn piece by piece or something like that.
Well, probably not as much as staggering around drunk in the dark like Lazarus is.
Do we think we're going to lose people if we cross that river on foot?
Well, I think we could lose people either way. This is Yettenberg we're talking about.
Damn.
Lothar has reached the other side. Lothar, can you make a challenging perception test for me, please?
Probably not. No.
No, everything's fine. Yeah, you're the other side.
Can I see Lazarus at this point? I'm assuming I can still see him because I didn't see him before.
Yeah, you could probably have a quick jog. Lazarus, make me a cool test, please. Challenging. You're currently headed towards Lothar and Henrik and Jebediah. Only not actually toward them. Okay. And then you're like, wait a second. I've had mushrooms before. Am I high? After second guessing yourself, you realise Lothar is shouting for you repeatedly from behind.
Oh. Hey, Lothar.
Where you going, man?
I thought we were back in Tom.
How did you come up with that idea? You just waded across a river.
Challenging perception, Lazarus. No, average for you. No.
Average it is.
Yeah, okay, let's go with average. You talked me into it.
Strong negotiator.
Yeah, good negotiation skills. Lothar has a very large leak. He has a very large leak on his leg. His armor is leaking.
It's a large leak.
Yeah.
I'm gonna rip it off him.
Okay. As you go to cut it off. Fortunately, Lothar, it doesn't hurt because this was stuck on your chainmail. Trying to bite through it and basically just gumming at the metal without any success.
So there's no blood?
Sink my spear through it.
No blood at all, and it comes off quite easily, and it lets out a little hiss as you stab it and coils up into a small ball.
Is that what you were trying to warn us about?
Yes.
Huh. Vicious little beasties.
I'm going to shout across the river. I don't know if I can see them or not. Lothar! Lazarus!
We're here.
Yeah. We're all right.
Is it safe to cross?
Oh, you have to worry about
it's
parasitic animals.
Don't tell them that. Never get the fuckers across.
I'm sorry, you have to worry about paralytic animals? I look at Jebediah.
A pair of what?
A pair of animals? I don't know.
Just when you cross over, let me inspect each of you.
Why were you wandering around?
Don't worry about it.
In front of you, Jebediah and Henrik, 3 villagers cannonball into the water. Yippee! Wahoo!
Sure, make lots of noise, because that big beastie isn't behind us. Alright, everyone, into the water, be very careful, watch your footing, get to the other side as quickly as you can, and help each other. Let's go.
Lothar, I'm going to need your help examining people.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I did so well at spotting that one.
Henrik and Jebediah, can you roll me an average cool test?
Average. Yikes.
Okay.
We're just too deep in thought.
That might. I'm no.
Still no.
Screw it.
Screw it, he says. Stick with?
Stick with it? I'll stick with it.
That's cool. Good news, Henrik. You see a way across. Clear as day as the mist settles. A log to your right crosses the water. It looks sturdy and old.
Oh, Jebediah, look, there's a great big log there. Huh, how we didn't see that before. And start walking towards it.
Really? I'll take a look. Do I also see the log?
Average perception test.
Okay.
Can I also throw out the rope, just in case people do need it as they're getting across?
Sure. You think it might be a little bit past where you can see, Jebediah. You do have cataracts after all.
I'm squinting. I can't quite see it. It might be there.
Well, come on, we can cross there.
I'll start following behind him.
Right.
Straight up to the log and make to cross.
Yeah, okay, we'll come back to Lazarus in a second. Jebediah. Henrik is about to step onto a log. He says, you see him about to step into the water.
Where's the log?
It's right here, you idiot. Honestly, you need to get your eyes tested.
You know, for when he calls me that, I actually say, all right.
Rightio, and
Then-
I'll step forward onto the log.
Okay, and sploosh. Henrik, you have just gone... You don't have swim. You've just gone into a deep bit. Congratulations. So I'm going to ask you to make a flailing test for me. Just roll me a challenging athletics to see how well you flail.
Oh god.
Not very well.
Nope.
That's a blub 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 blub. Jebediah? You can hear a blub 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 blub. A few bubbles
You all
coming
right,
up.
Henrik?
Blub, 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 blub.
Do I
So
see it?
is he not coming up?
No, he's just got down and sunk.
Oh no.
Henrik, your feet are stuck in a thick layer of mud right now, and
Blub, blub, blub,
having
blub,
hit the
blub.
bottom, you are struggling to free them to get back up.
Is this like just off the shore, or is this like pretty far in?
It's like 3, maybe 2 or 3 yards away from you.
Okay. Is that stick that he used earlier anywhere nearby?
Well, Lazarus's sticky stick. He crossed
sorry, that one.
crossed the water with it, so it's
Damn.
fairly near, but you'd have to cross the water to get it.
We got a man sinking down. Somebody come help me. I say over at possibly maybe the guard on the edge over there, northwest.
Sure. Let's see what that guard's up to.
Do it myself, but my arm's broke.
Right, sir. What seems to be the problem here?
I point. See them bubbles there?
Right, yes, sir.
Henrik's sinking. I think he needs a hand.
Right, sir.
Bad log or something.
Maybe if I hold on to your strong arm, your strong hand, sir.
That sounds fair. I will go ahead and clasp his hand tightly and see if I can help support him.
He's rolling his Chad roll. Okay, he did pretty good. Henrik, you feel a hand reach down into the water and grab you, pulling you up. Just
Blub,
make
blub,
me
blub,
a
blub.
challenging endurance test, please.
Blub, blub. Blub.
Okay, we'll have a fatigue condition for a little bit as you just nearly drowned.
There's no log.
Really? I thought you saw one. My old eyes, they don't know what they see. I just assumed you were right.
I want to take as I'm being dragged out the river, I want to take a look at where the log was. Do I still see it?
Make me a average cool test now. There's no log.
The blue. There is a log right there. I saw it. It's the plain as the nose on your face.
If you say so, Henrik. Like I said, you got the better eyes than I do.
Ah, this bloody place. Come on. Let's cross the river. Look at the guard. He might have to help me across.
Well, let's not cross there.
No. Let's not.
Back up here with the others.
Yeah. Start crossing the river with the others.
Meanwhile, Lazarus and Lothar. Lazarus, you throw the rope to a group of villagers that are... Get back there for now. You're not there yet. A group of villagers that are crossing. they stop right in the middle and begin to wash themselves.
The hell are you doing?
Quickly,
Cross now.
sir! He said to help each other. Yeah, you missed a bit. Seems they're having a bath.
Get across now.
Fellers, there's some kind of tongue dragging after us. Come on.
Not the sounds of a bath, I'm just saying.
Well, a rectum bath is a wonderful thing. Lazarus, I'll give you a choice. The rope that you've thrown to them is being pulled. What would you like to do?
I might need your help. I'm gonna like pull like a fisherman.
Okay, arm looped round, heels dug into the ground. Lothar, Lazarus is having a hard time pulling.
Can you see if there's someone on the end of the rope?
Yeah,
Where we are.
easy perception for you, just to make it out amongst all the chaos as to where this is coming from. Okay, yeah, 3 people are pulling back in a line.
Like a tug of war.
Yeah, exactly.
For God's sake.
All right, I let go.
Yeah, but you don't see that, so just stop min-maxing. Take a
Lazarus,
fucking
they've
corruption point.
Lazarus, they've lost the plot. They're pulling against you. You're just going to pull you into the water. You may as well let go.
All right, I let go.
Alright, no corruption point. Corruption point revoked.
I'm going to yell at the guards, get them bloody moving.
Meanwhile, the guard
Have started pulling on the rope.
Right you are,
Lost
sir.
6 abilities.
Listen here, maggots! And, well, let's just roll and see how good their leadership is. Okay, leadership's pretty good. A cluster of villagers snap out of it and make their way across the water towards you.
God for that.
The rest are in the water, including best NPC of the world. There you go. And Heinrich and Henrik and Jerbadar with Lifeguard Road Warden are following closely behind.
I start examining these people for the leeches.
I was going to say, average perception.
I'm guessing we're both just scanning over them as they come out.
Yeah,
water,
okay.
like helping them up
Between the
and
two of
checking.
you can take your time. We'll say it's an easy perception for you, and this is to see how many you find.
Many.
Yep.
Oh, no.
Couple of leeches for you, Lazarus.
Did you want me to roll as well, or was that? a
Yeah,
combined
I'll
effort?
let both of you roll.
Okay. Easy, you said, didn't you?
Yeah.
Find them. Can I bandage their wounds?
Yeah. You can start doing some Medicaid tests. Roll away, and the slight issue is you kind of have 8 people to. Well, actually, let me just see how many. Oh, don't cancel that. Cancel that first roll. Okay. With your rolls, 16 leeches are found.
When you use their own clothes.
Okay. You have a lot of bandaging to do.
Yep.
Meanwhile, I'll let you. Perhaps you would Lothar roll some tests to see what you're going to do about that. Henrik and Jebediah. Some people are crossing, some people are bathing. One person grabs you by the arm, Henrik. Oh, here, sir. Would you like a little hand with washing under the arm? I hear it's quite a difficult spot to reach.
Oh, no, not at all. I heard there's food on the other side of the river. Why would you want to bathe when there's food?
I didn't want to arrive dirty, sir. And plus, I haven't had a bath in over 3 months.
Ah, yes. But food. I even heard there's cake.
Roll a average charm against his willpower. Okay. You probably will win this.
10 because fatigue.
He's on -4, so yes.
Yep.
Oh. Well, I haven't had cake in 5 months. Runs across.
Hot damn, they got cake over there, Henrik?
Sure.
Oh, that's fantastic. Can't wait.
Well, let's go.
Right.
Okay. Eventually, all cross, and meanwhile, Lazarus and Lothar are busy doing a combination of ripping off leeches from the legs of villagers and trying to bandage their wounds. The question is, who can keep up with who? So, let's have an opposed test. How are you ripping them off, Lothar?
Probably using a dagger under the mat. Well, like run the blade of the dagger up the leg as though it was shaving to get the
I
under
like
the mouth
that.
and break the seal.
Let's have an average weapon skill attack thing. You can roll melee basic if you want. Versus an average heal test, Lazarus.
Average melee basic.
I'm using. You said heal.
Well, you are actually bandaging them, so it would be a dexterity test. More so.
Okay.
Roll me
Not
an average dex. Your dex is pretty sharp, so.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm going to re-roll this.
Okay. Lazarus, you are able to keep up with the majority of those that have leeches stuck to them. Jebediah and Henrik, can you please roll me a challenging cool test?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Noise.
Okay. And both of you roll me a average perception test. Everyone seems to be checking each other for leeches at the moment. Maybe you're not sure what a leech is, Henrik, but it seems the done thing to do to look at each other's body.
Crying out loud.
Okay.
I'll use another.
Yes, use all of them right now.
Boom! I found everybody's leeches.
Okay.
We're fine.
Henrik, you see a couple on Jebediah's bad arm that he seems to have missed. Jebediah,
Mm-hmm.
you spot one on Henrik's buttocks.
Oh, you got a leech right there. You want me to get that?
Oh my. Well, yes, if you don't mind. You seem to have a couple on your arm.
Oh, damn. I'll reach over and I think I'll just tear that thing off of that thing.
Seems a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Roll me just a strength test then. Easy, because
Okay.
it's a leech. It's a giant leech, but it's still only like a foot long, and yeah,
That should be on the front.
that one seems a bit stuck, Jebediah.
Damn, it's really on her ass pretty good.
Yeah. Well, this reminds me of school.
Maybe just kind of sit down and drag her ass on the ground a bit. It'll come right off.
Or maybe we should get a knife or something.
Oh, I ain't got one. Anybody around here got a knife?
Try this, and I hand him my short sword.
I will briefly take his short sword and attempt to remove it that way.
Okay, roll me an easy attack with melee basic. This is to cleave off a leech without carving his buttocks.
You don't need such a big wind up. Just
Do I need to
not an overhead swing? No.
Do I need to target him?
No.
Okay. Can I just use the boat hook roll?
Yes, sure.
Okay.
Use the boat hook.
And I apologize. What was the difficulty again?
Easy.
Okay. I won't charge.
Okay. You're able to cleave it off.
There we go. Got it. I'm gonna hand him his sword back. Like, you get mine?
Sure. And being a little bit more clever about it, I'll just sort of slide the blade down his arm.
Okay. Roll me an easy attack, please. See how well you can carve or shave off these leeches without harming your ally. Easy done.
Oof.
Shaving technique seems to work.
Glad to have them buggers off of there. Thank you kindly, Henrik.
Yes, I seem to have a hole in my arse.
Well, I mean, you already had one to begin with, I hope.
Well,
now I have two.
This one's pouring out blood. And
Lazarus, I've got a surprise for you.
I mean, I'm checking everybody, so I'll go to him.
Yeah, I'm moving my
Dear,
way up just
and,
in case I need any help.
Would you be a dear and plug my ass? Thank you.
Oh God.
that feels more like a challenging role than an average one. Henrik has a sore buttocks and a hole in it that he demands you investigate.
Okay, I see blood, I'm assuming.
Yeah, probably hemorrhoids.
Right, another dex
and
for
a
bandage.
leech. Sure. Easy to bandage. You've bandaged a buttocks before.
Do I have this fatigue condition?
Yes.
Okay, I actually have a potion I bought from that trader merchant.
Oh, okay, yeah, you got some Red Bull equivalent. Yep. Sure.
So I'm going to drink that.
Okay. Drink away. And gain a temporary energy boost, despite having a bit of blood loss. Gentlemen, you are the other side of a river. The other side of it, you hear a scream. Scream of pain and agony. One that's a bit late for me to do without rousing all the neighbours, but...
Piercing scream.
Sounds like a man.
So it's in the direction we're heading?
No, it's where you came from. Just the other side of the water.
Can I go up to the river and perception?
Sure. There's another scream.
Lazarus, are you done here?
Challenging or perception? Yes, you're good to go.
Average. Sounds like Ryan doing a lot of screaming.
Did we lose anybody back there? Anybody get left behind? I lost consciousness before we got away from that tongue dragon.
Yes, Ryan was facing off against that thing.
Ryan, was that
our guide?
Oh, yeah, I remember that boy. All right. Well, I'm sure that was just a war cry of victory.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Sure. I mean, to be fair, he was going to go back through there by himself anyway, right?
Sure. Yeah, that's true. He probably just gonna finish making some tongue dragon skin boots, and then he'll head on back over to that encampment.
Right. Sure,
With the
but
trophy.
just in case he hasn't finished with the dragon thing, and the dragon thing has finished with him, Perhaps we should try and get a little bit further away.
I do like your line of thinking. I am going to choose to believe that he's all right, but just on the off chance that he ain't, yeah, let's go with that. Let's get on out of here.
Lazarus, have you done what you can for these people?
Yeah. Yes, I have. I've checked them.
Okay. Well, hopefully we found all the leeches. I mean, they're like a foot
Just
long, so I'm
so
not sure
you
how we
know,
missed
there
them.
might be some side effects to those who got bit.
Like what?
Blood loss and hallucinations.
Wonderful.
What kind of hallucinations?
Well, I thought I was back in Tom.
Oh, so not so you know what I mean, like when it's late at night, you've been up a bit too late, or you had a bit to drink, and you think you see a shadow move or something. We're talking, you're in the middle of a river, and you think you're in a whole nother town.
Yeah.
That could be a problem.
So we need to keep a close eye on everybody.
I agree.
Right. Do you have anything? Potions? Or can you make anything to help with any of that?
Not right now. I mean, there's nothing I could do. I mean, I guess I
Alright.
could abstract any venom that would be on the leech and try and do something.
Well, I'm not
Unfortunately,
so sure we've
as
got
long-
time for that.
The longer we stick around, the more we run the risk of that giant beastie catching up. So we'd best move.
Indeed. Yes, let's go.
Bleeding miracle, because the majority of villagers who you've torn leeches off of seem mildly confused at best, which is
Wow.
reassuring.
Did we notice the difference?
Yeah. A few of them are just like, oh yeah, I think Camelot's this way. And a few others are still trying to wash each other, but overall,
Yeah, don't go that way. It's a silly place.
yeah, not too bad.
Oh, Camelot. It's only model.
The sort of peace that is disturbed after a while by not a scream, but a Everyone roll me a difficult perception roll, please.
It's to hear his death throes.
He's fine.
Yeah. No.
You said difficult?
It's a difficult perception.
Yep.
Oh wow.
Oh.
Lazarus's ears fell off.
Right?
Still got some water.
Yes. Henrik, above you, you see a shape move in the sky. A dark figure just out of the peripheral of your vision, sort of fly from left to right in the blink of an eye.
Oh shit. Lazarus. I think it's
Yeah?
in the air. I think it's up there. Let's go. Everyone, move everyone quickly.
Run,
Okay,
everybody.
everyone, let's go.
Run.
We need to move quickly, as quickly as you can. And I know which direction to go, don't I, for my navigation roll?
Do indeed. You know exactly where you're going. The
Then we all move that way, then, please. I don't know which way that is.
At least.
northeast. Okay. You take flight, which leads you into a fairly dense woodland, which at least gives you some cover, let's say, from any aerial pursuit. And there is no further noise for now. Some 10 minutes pass. Things are relatively quiet. There aren't even any birds.
Oh, good. More woods. These have always been safe.
Well, if something's in the sky, at least they can't see us.
I hope.
Well, let's hope so. Come on, let's keep moving.
Okay.
Should Henrik and I have a condition on right now?
Yes, you should.
Okay.
Because
I've fatigued.
you lost some blood to leeches.
Okay.
So basically, once you rest a little bit, you'll be a-okay. But you'll need to rest up somewhere. Gentlemen,
Okay.
you travel forwards under Henrik's advice as to where to head to the nearest settlement, which is the mines of Yettenberg, and then a short path north, and you'll be making a straight line toward Tarm. So perhaps on an ordinary day you would be about a day away. Henrik, the mines are just up ahead. Your
I missed what you said because it went up ahead.
The mines are just up ahead. How would you like your party to approach?
Quietly.
Okay. Are you scouting? Or are you heading as a group?
So. No, I think Lazarus, Jebediah, perhaps you should stay with the group. Lothar, perhaps you and I should go and take a quick look ahead.
Yeah, see what else is waiting for us.
Indeed. Lothar and I will head off ahead, leave the group here for a few moments while we go look.
Okay. Make me an average stealth test, please.
Stealth.
Both of us?
Stealth.
Yes.
No.
Just no. I do not do stealth. I am a warrior priest.
No,
Yeah,
fuck stealth, apparently.
I'm not re-rolling that.
I mean, please keep sub re-rolls.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm not doing it anymore. I've used 2 already.
Or don't, Either way, who knows? Okay. You push forwards. Lothar? Difficult to see where you're going. Lots of very crunchy leaves underneath, apparently. Maybe it's just the extra body weight that makes the loud crunch as Henrik is making slightly less noise. But both of you move forward to the point that you can see a clearing and you can see a few buildings, maybe 2 or 3, and a few entrances to mine shafts. There are no lights. It is completely abandoned as far as you can tell.
Am I literally a stone's throw away from... Well, literally, am I close enough that I could potentially throw a stone to somewhere near, like, a building or a cave entrance or something to make a bit of noise over there?
Probably. It would be a long throw, but you could have a go at it.
I will try. What do I need to roll for that?
Oh, just roll a thing. Just do it.
Or ballistic?
Yeah, let's do it. Do you have range throw by any chance?
I do not.
No one does these days. Let's just go for a ballistic skill then.
What's it on?
This will be challenging because despite the fact you can take your time, it's still a really long throw.
Okay, well I think I hit myself with that.
Yeah.
You hit yourself in the back of the head.
4 yards in
me.
front of you. Yeah. You pick up a rock that's maybe a little bit too big. And hard to keep a hold of.
Well, that was less than useful.
What are you trying to do?
Well, I was trying to be smart, actually. I thought maybe if we throw a rock down there and there is something there, it might come out and investigate.
And now you've thrown it 2 foot in front of us.
It's dark. What do you want from me?
So what's the plan? Are we going to try and hold up in these mines, or are we just going to make a break for time?
I think we need to maybe take an hour or 2 to rest up and get our wits about us before we move, and those buildings are shelter.
True. But we're not far from Yettenberg, are we?
No,
Which was-
no, we are not.
Crawling with the undead. And I've not had much good luck with the caves.
Well, I wasn't thinking of going into the caves. That's why I wanted to see if there was anything about. Perhaps we should go closer and have a quick closer look before we get the group.
Yes, at least we can hide easier than the entire group.
Indeed. So we'll start moving forwards again, trying to be stealthy again.
Challenging perception roll, please, from the two of you.
Good, because everything I'm doing is at a minus anyway. Stupid fatigue.
Fatigue conditions suck.
They do.
Okay. All seems relatively clear. No light. No noise. No smoke on the chimneys.
No movement.
No movement. No noise in the skies. Just peace.
So, have we moved more or less so we're literally just outside the village? Or whatever it is.
Yeah, I'd say you're like 15 feet away from a building at this point.
Okay. So I'm going to cut my hands to my mouth and...
I'm just going to turn and stare at you.
Take a step backwards as well.
look at him and shrug.
Do we hear this back at the group?
That is,
It's no biggie.
Off in the distance, Henrik, you hear a thud. You don't know how far away, but maybe 100 yards could be an educated guess to your right.
I look at Lothar.
Had to do it, didn't you?
Well, it seems like we're not alone. I mean, at least we know that.
I'd have been more surprised if we were.
Well, yes, but it was one thud. I mean, it could have been anything. I mean, there could have been a little rock slide.
Or it could be something flying, landing.
Oh, you just had to say that, didn't you? What do you think?
I think this isn't a good place to stand.
We need to get through here is the issue.
Can we see like how far away the mine shafts are from us? Like we're stood by the buildings.
50 to 100 yards, depending on the shaft.
In the direction of the thud, or just to our sides?
No, 90 degrees from where the thud came from.
Try and get them into the tunnels first. Might be easier to defend that sort of position.
Can we tell if the tunnels would be too small for that creature that we fought? Assuming that's what that was. Which I'm assuming we're assuming.
It would be a tight squeeze. Mine shafts look like they're built for people, so...
If it is that creature, then it might not make it into those mine shafts.
Well, it's that, or stand out here and be eaten.
Mad Dash and Moore take the hindmost?
Yep.
Alright, let's go back and tell the others.
So we can try and get here as quietly as possible, but I don't have much hope for that crowd.
No, perhaps we should let them go first.
Yes, I'd rather think my goddess would frown on me using a civilian meat shield.
All right, so we're gonna head back to the main group. And my computer chair just collapsed.
Lazarus and Jebediah, you've had a chance to rest for a few moments. Tend to the wounded, or moan at the wounded. Whatever you wish to do. But company arrives back. Your scouts have returned, still alive.
Welcome back, gentlemen. What'd you see?
The fact that it's dark.
Yes, we saw a lot of darkness. The mines are there. They haven't moved. However, we think we might have company.
Reinforcements?
Not for us. We think that creature might have followed us and has gone to the mines. We think we can make it over there. We might have to make a mad dash for one of the mine entrances.
At least if we can pile inside there, it's a narrower way to have to defend.
If it's that damn thing, it's got a taste for me, so somebody else should draw its attention.
Well, you're taking the first group of villagers in. I want you ahead of the group. You're not much good in a fight, but you can keep everyone together.
I suppose. Fine. I don't look particularly pleased with that.
I think we take this in 4 groups. Jebediah, you go first. Lazarus, take the second group. Lothar, the third, and I'll take the last group, I think. We'll have to see how that works and maybe change tactics when we get there. If that thing sees us, we might need to try and keep it at bay. We'll have the guards with the last group, just in case.
I'm just going to go ahead and say right now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to help at all. I am still not only am I not at 100%, but I'm still feeling some pain. I can't use my left arm.
I know that, old boy. Keep the group together.
Will do.
Make sure
Keep an eye out and watch our backs. Keep the going free.
Keep them moving. Don't let them all bunch up and come up with some more bizarre story for why they need to stand in the middle.
Understood, boys. We gotta pass through them, don't we?
Well, do we know if there's an exit on the other side of the mine? I mean, it's a mine. It could just be a one-way.
That was the point of the journey, wasn't it? To go through the mine, if I remember correctly, Jim?
Fortunately for you, there's a mine expert. Stood right next to you.
Dying.
I remember these mines. Where I last saw my Timmy.
Timmy? Who's Timmy?
Timmy's my boy.
Oh hell, his son's missing. We should definitely go in there, fellas.
His boy's been missing.
You're the one from Tom, aren't you?
Used to be Tom. Then I got bored and went elsewhere.
You say this is where you found Timmy?
That's where I lost my Timmy.
Well, you know these mines.
Yep.
When we get to the other side, we're looking at taking refuge in one of the mine shafts. And hopefully that thing goes away and we can come back out again.
Oh, I wouldn't want to take refuge in the mine shaft.
Why is that?
Well, there's all sorts of spooky things inside.
Ghosts?
Oh, scary thing. Never saw any of them, but ran away before they could eat me.
Damn.
Do you know the mines well enough to get us through so we can get back on the road to Tom?
Yep. How I arrived at Tom after I lost my Timmy.
So when we get there, where do we go?
To Tom.
Right, but we're approaching from this side. When we get to the... What direction do we take? Do we go... I'm assuming if you're saying not to go into a mine shaft, I'm assuming there's a path or a road somewhere?
Oh, no. there's no... Unless you want to go over the hill.
So how do we get to Tom from here?
You go through the mine.
Through the mines you said not to go into.
Yup.
Fantastic. Can you guide us through?
Yup.
Okay. You stay with Jebediah. Jebediah? Here's
Yes, sir.
your guide. This is your guide. It'll take us through the mines to the other side. We'll get through to Tom.
All right then. Yes, fella, I am Jebediah. What's y'all seem acquainted with this fella? You gonna introduce me?
The name's
Let me just-
Elfo.
Sorry, what was it?
The name's Elfo. The I,
Elfo?
the S, and the E are silent.
Well, I can't read anyway. I'm sure that sounds about right.
Yup.
Well, it's a pleasure, sir. If you please, company, and we'll head up to the mines.
All right. Time to get everyone moving. All right, everyone. Going to listen up. Are you listening? We're going to go to the mines. Old Elfo here is going to guide us through the mines. Now, it seems quiet up there. We don't think there's anything there. However, we're going to take a very quick stroll through the town. We're going to do it in groups to try and get through as quickly as possible. The first group of you is going with Jebediah, the second group with Lazarus, the third will go with Lothar, and the last group will go with me. The guards, looking at the guards, you will be with me and the last group. If anything does appear, you will be expected to do your duty. Do you understand?
Make an average leadership roll, please.
Make a goddamn roll. I can't find the damn thing. Average.
Okay. Majority do as they're told, despite the fact a large amount of villagers do seem particularly disturbed by where they are. Nevertheless, the options are to go forward as a group or just to stay put, which is not much of an option.
Move quickly, move quietly. Guards, start breaking them up into 4 groups so when we get there, we're not messing about with it.
Roger what, sir.
Okay, and then we start moving, trying to be as quiet as possible. Anytime anyone speaks, it's a case of no. Shh.
Let's have 4 stealth rolls for the groups. Group number 1. Group number 2. Group number 3. Group number 4. Well, they get progressively worse.
It did.
It started off fairly well, the first group sneaking forwards, and the next group just being a little more carefree. To the point the last group moved and kind of seemed convinced that the coast was clear already.
Makes sense.
Are you guys heading in one group in particular, or are you just watching all 4 groups go ahead, hoping that...
It was more of a case we're moving up together up to the sort of where the mining camp is.
Yeah, I think we're
and then
each,
it's
we're
the
each
4
one
groups will cross.
With each of us at the head of one.
Because I'm in group 1. I don't recall who the other people are with.
Lazarus 2, me 3, and Henrik 4.
Yeah.
Although I'll probably have to, probably stay around to make sure that everyone gets in.
Okay. Who's the first group?
My group?
Jebediah and Alpha.
Roll me a challenging perception.
Why do we let the cripple lead?
Precisely because he's crippled.
Should have been
Because
in
if
the
there's something there, it's going to jump on the first group, right?
and I assume that -10 would be from the fatigue, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Cool.
That's an impressive failure.
Okay.
I'll do a reroll on that one. I'll do a reroll on it.
Yeah. Coast seems clear. Relatively quiet.
Yeah, stay silent and proceed.
Who's in the second group?
I am.
Roll me a challenging perception.
Hooray.
There is a whoosh overhead, Lazarus. A whoosh, a whoosh, a whoosh. Something
Pick up
is
pace.
flying up in the sky.
Pick up the pace.
Okay. As the third group make their way forward, I'm going to ask for a challenging perception roll.
Son of
No, all seems to be relatively quiet, Lothar. Until, overhead, you hear a very, very loud roar, scream, siren. It's hard to say. Screech, perhaps. Up in the sky, something up there has just lashed out in pain. And you look up, I would assume, to see was ist das. Das ist more than one flying thing above you, battling with each other. You can see 3 figures up in the sky. It's still cloudy and misty, difficult to make out the details, but some sort of conflict overhead.
I'm going to offer up a quick prayer to Mamidia and tell everyone to get moving quick whilst whatever that is distracted.
Okay.
Right in the mine entrance.
I just quietly do a little move faster motion with my hand and kind of start power walking a little bit closer toward that man entrance.
Was it Jebediah that was the last person?
The
that's
first,
me.
actually.
The first.
I'm the
Last person, Henrik. You get to roll an easy perception.
I see
Okay.
everything.
Yeah. You see 2 of these creatures breathe fire, or cast fire, onto the third. Up above you, the sky illuminates for a moment in a furious red. Before this incinerated creature plummets down directly toward you. Can I have an average athletics, please?
Oh, bollocks.
Roll well. Good. You realise this thing is falling towards you and proceed to dive out of the way. Looking at what just fell from the sky is a jabber scythe. It's now a burned jabber scythe.
Is it obviously dead, or could it still be alive, or...
If you want to find
Roll with your +6. There is twitching, but it looks like the twitchings of a dead chicken rather than the twitchings of a imminently resurrectable chicken. Though perhaps you're not an expert in the beasts of Reichland.
All right, everyone. let's move and move quickly. If something can kill that, I don't particularly want to meet it. Come on, everyone, let's go. Move, move, move. Ignore the scarred thing in the middle of the forest. Let's go.
I am too far ahead to hear any of that. I am making my way to that mine.
Yeah, I imagine most of you right now are in a mine shaft.
Dum, dum, dum.
Dum dum dum. Should we take a 5-minute bio?
Sure.
Sure.
I think you might need it. I'll see you in a minute, folk. Ciao, ciao. Howdy doody, ladies and gentlemen, we're back again.
Yo.
I think we could change this damn music. It's not as, not as spooky as it could be, maybe, right?
Not
It's all right.
unusual to have fun with anyone.
Gentlemen, you are inside the mineshaft. Outside there is screeching and squawking. You're not sure what it is, but sounds like the cries of a particularly large creature. The majority of your villagers are huddled around a few torches that they have conveniently found lining this mineshaft. And I'm more than happy to sit tight, rest a little bit.
I'll go up to Lothar. Well, what do you think?
Well, we made it. I didn't see what was out there, but whatever it was sounded big, and I don't plan on going back out there to find out what it was.
Two big things that made the other big thing go on fire and die. That's all I need to know.
Oh, yep, that sealed the deal. I am certainly not setting foot out of this cave now.
Well, apparently there's a way through. We can get Elfo to guide us, but I think we need to keep the groups together now.
My experience of tunnels in the past has been that they are seldom deserted.
And we should perhaps gather up as many torches as we can through the group.
Yes.
I got a lantern.
Well, that'll certainly come in handy.
I'll get it out and light her up.
Perhaps you should stay in the middle of the group.
Can do.
Maybe try and keep the peace down there a little bit too.
Certainly.
And try and keep them moving. We don't want to be in here any longer than we need to be.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Lothar, do you want to take lead? Take one of the guards with you and Elfo?
Yeah, I'll take a couple of the guard. Well, do we want to... do you want everyone to rest for a little bit, since we're not currently being chased? I'll go on ahead with a couple of guards, see what we're up against.
I don't think it's a good idea to stop in these mines.
Very well.
Tough as it is, I must say I'm a little tired myself. And I think we should just press on.
Hard to say how long we've been going with the oppressive darkness that's always around.
GM, when I got in here, because I was the first in, were any of these torches lit, or did we light them when we got in here?
None of them were lit.
Okay. Well, I mean, Elfo, I don't know what's supposedly so terrible in here. If all the torches were all out, then it makes sense that there's nobody in here, right? I mean, you can't see. That was to Elfo.
Oh. Well, I'd imagine whatever killed all the miners probably didn't need a torch to see.
Oh. I turn and look back at Lothar and Lazarus. And, yeah, and also Henrik, of course. You boys wear anything that can see in the dark?
Oh, yeah.
I'm fairly certain there are lots of nasty things that can see in the dark.
Can I roll lore beasts?
Sure. Roll an average lore beasts to rattle off a bunch of things that have good night vision. Okay, there's bats, there's squigs, some types of troll, there's goblins. Most things, in fact, that hunt at night, which is most dangerous things in Reichland, can see well at night. Spiders.
Everything that lives in caves.
Yeah, anything native to caves.
Listing off all these dangers.
Every one that he lists off, my heart sinks a bit more, and I look more and more fearful.
This is why we don't ask these sorts of questions.
What have I signed up for?
Adventure.
Adventure is overrated.
Boy, ain't that the truth.
What doesn't kill you saves you for another day.
Think of the good you're doing for Tom.
Yeah, well, I'll keep that in mind while my damn broke arm's healing up in the next few months.
I mean, you could always go home to your wife.
You know, Tom is a fine beacon of civilization. And I look forward to serving with you boys for a long time to come and pledging myself to our fine Lord Sigurd.
I'm sorry, did you just say pleasuring yourself to our fine Lord Sigurd?
Pledging.
Oh, it's the echoes in these caves.
Yeah, he's not one of the Sigmarite priests, don't panic.
Right.
Okay, so I think Lothar up front with a couple of guard. Jebediah, you go the center with the third guard. Lazarus and I think, take up the rear. Okay, everyone. There are torches around here. Pick them up, get them lit off the other torches that have been lit, and spread them around. Also, they might be useful as weapons. You need to defend yourself. I expect you to defend yourself and the others. If we find any tools that can be used as weapons, I suggest you pick them up and carry them with you. Does everyone understand?
Yep.
Oh, and bear in mind, if you run, it's certain death back that way. Just uncertain death this way.
Stick together. If you're told to run, then run. And that's not if you're told to run by your friend. That's if one of us tell you to run, then you run. And you run in the direction that we tell you to run. And you help other people. Am I understood?
Most people nod.
Fantastic. Let's get to it. Let's get moving.
Okay.
I'll pick a couple of guards that have still got shields and start heading down the tunnel.
So that's Lazarus and I at the back. Jupiter will be somewhere in the middle of the group.
Middle.
With one of the guard and Lothar and two of the guards up front.
Yes.
I think we should still have like 6 or 7 guard. Most of the mercs, I think.
I know
Yeah.
there's only 3 tokens, so I just kind of assumed
each
that,
one represents like a couple, basically. A pair
Sure.
of guard.
Okay. Well, there's...
Same with the villagers. Each one of them is like 4 or 5.
Yeah,
You've got
that's
a
fine.
lot of people, and unsurprisingly, they're fairly spread out as a result. These mine shafts aren't built for spacious gatherings. Okay. You press forwards. Lothar, are you taking point?
Yep. Along with a couple of guard.
Okay. And Elfo, I assume, who is
Elfo, rather.
currently telling you a story about a particular pair of stones.
Is he warning me about them?
That is the hook of the story. We'll skip straight to that, but he begs you to beware the stones. Let's have from all of you, let's have a challenging perception.
Challenging perception.
I should not be at the front. Oh, damn it.
Nope.
Okay.
No, we're definitely in a cave.
You are all definitely in a cave. Henrik, for a moment, we're fairly sure to a tunnel off to your left that you heard a noise. Very brief, just momentary, but you thought you heard something as you press onwards.
Lazarus, did you hear something?
I didn't hear a goddamn thing. A Sigmar thing.
All right. Probably just echoes in these caves. I still sort of look down the tunnel as I pass, but pitch black and all that.
Lothar? Elfo next to you pulls out some berries from his pocket. Instead of eating them, he seems to be smearing them on his face.
You alright there, Alpha?
Yeah. Just trying to hide my scent. So I survived last time.
Suppose you got enough of those berries to go around?
Looks down at the 3 berries. Oh.
Much good, mate, do you?
You want a berry?
No, thank you.
Very well. But when stoned.
Carries on more. Not too much time passes, Lothar, before you are met with 3 tunnels. And Elfo at this point pauses. A fairly large chamber. At least enough for half of your group to sort of get backed up into.
I don't remember it.
That's not helpful.
Well, there was only one last time.
Oh. Do you remember which?
No. I just went forwards.
Well, I guess we just pick one then.
Jebediah, Henrik, and Lazarus, you'll all catch up inside the chamber as well, faced with these 3.
Is there one that's, like, obviously being chiseled by men, like, supported, like the rest of the tunnel as we came in, so wooden supports and stuff?
Roll a doodah. What do you think we should roll for this?
I guess there's perception.
Yeah.
Average?
Yeah.
Because we've been stood here for a minute. And to give me a go.
Yeah, you can take your time. They will look very much the same.
I'll take a torch off one of the villagers. I walk up to the first one and hold the torch up in front of it. Does it flicker as if there's wind pushing against it?
Very good test. You hold it up to the first one. I'll ask for an average perception test as you do this. This is not necessarily just to notice the light flickering, but just to see what you
average,
pick up.
Did you say?
Yeah, average.
And obviously I'm going to do this for every single one of them.
First one. Nothing. Quiet and no flicker. Second one. No flicker of the light. But you hear something. Scraping noise. Elfo leans down over your ear.
You might want to run.
Huh?
Sounds like they're coming.
Alright. Can I quickly go over to check the third?
Good news. A flicker on the torch.
I look back at the group. This one. Everyone, move. Now. Run.
Run?
Run.
Right, you heard him.
Your instructions are followed by a bestial roar that comes from the central tunnel, out of which, just passing around a corner, some 10-15 yards away, a grotesque monster peers around the corner and starts crawling itself towards you. Several limbs, a difficult to distinguish mouth, perhaps the size of a troll, awkwardly making its way through, but moving toward. The majority of your villagers unsurprisingly run. Question is, gentlemen, what do you do?
Which tunnel is it coming out of?
Central one.
Centre one.
Okay.
So when you say majority run, does that mean some have frozen?
They run at varying speeds. The majority pretty fast, given that they found themselves quite motivated.
Okay. Well, I'm going to stand there with the torch in one hand, and the other hand is sort of like pushing people past me. Like, go, 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 go.
Okay. Almost everyone passes through. Couple left, and I'll give you the choice to stand your ground or to quickly make a move, and perhaps the last couple will make it, perhaps they won't.
I'm just going to shout at them, hurry up, run faster, and then turn around and bolt.
Yeah, I'll shout as well. Like, you stay, you die.
Okay. Just maps as we go. Damn grid maps. Someone shuffle these tokens. Okay. Sprinting down this long winding tunnel, you can hear... No need for a roll for this one. You can hear screams behind you as a couple of the villagers were clearly caught by this lumbering beast. On your right, a T-junction, but perhaps more important, a creature stepping out of it. Gentlemen, you finally met.
Couple of elves?
Yeah. Its tokens reckoned it. Ah, there you go. Monster.
A mysterious stranger.
A mysterious stranger.
I don't know.
Does actually have a token, but apparently its mysterious token is... There you go. As far as you can tell, and I'll say Lothar, Lazarus and Jebediah, you get an eyeful of this from where your tokens are on the screen. This is some combination of flesh and mush and bodies mangled together, with a little bit of green glowy stuff mixed in the middle. And as you are trying to piece together what the hell this is, it grabs one of the villagers and chomps him down. The majority...
How tall is it?
Oh,
Sorry.
I'd say the size of a troll. 9 foot.
Oof.
On that note, gentlemen, I'm going to go ahead and roll you some initiative. Elfo villagers.
So we have 2 of these things that we're fighting now?
One is behind you, and one is almost intersecting you. Currently, the villagers are trying to break through and get past. Excuse me while I put on some action music, but really it takes ages because we have action music. There we go. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
With that perception roll, Hydra, can I see if it has eyelids?
What did you get for your +1? Okay, so you can make out 3 heads on top of its own head. Each one looks perhaps like a skinless rat, none of which have eyelids. Making you wonder where they went.
They came from the east.
Gentlemen, once I get the map slightly better aligned, we have a guard first. They can make themselves a fear test. They pass their fear test. I'll allow you, Lothar, to decide what they do. Do they... Well, what do you think they should do?
I imagine they're going to be still trying to ferry the villagers through. Try and keep as much order as they can, force them further down, with some of the guard leading their charge in case there's anything else further down the tunnel.
Okay, so
they
very
won't be
much
facing off against
ushering.
this thing. Yeah, they won't be facing off against this thing. I've told them to keep going, keep them moving.
Okay, so very much ushering the people through. Your guard step on ahead and ensure that the way they are travelling is safe, and also form a little bit of a barricade between the monster and yourselves. Jupiter, how's it going?
Good. Do we know what our current plan of action is?
Run.
Live.
Right.
Don't be in front of that thing.
Y'all see that thing? Gotta get the hells out of here. I motion for the group to come, and I'm gonna use just keep my lantern out to help, be a guiding light to help the group move out, hopefully.
Sure.
I don't think I had an initiative roll, by the way.
Oh,
I'm not on the board.
let's get Henrik on here quick. Okay. We'll come to Henrik afterwards. Thank you for pointing that out. I don't know what happened. I do. I just forgot your token. Jebediah, you can make a roll.
Sure. Would that be a
Leadership?
charm for? Okay.
Yeah,
leadership,
we're in leadership territory here.
Gotcha. You say challenging?
Go away, village people. Yes.
Okay. I'll take that.
A very good roll. Despite the fact you're not particularly great leader, a very good roll. Okay. A few of the villagers, under your advice, managed to slip through in a rather speedily fashion. We'll come to the majority of them in a mo.
Okay.
Elfo just kind of walks past. Keep an eye out for the stones. Oh no, actually, on his way through. Sure you don't want berry. Nope, Lothar's busy, he doesn't want a berry.
I'm way down the fucking initiative. I was half asleep, apparently.
Yeah,
I'm not
berry.
going to pay any attention to him.
He's just like, berry, no, okay, you're busy, okay, bye. Henrik, what are you up to?
Well, I'm assuming this thing is looking at us. It's well aware that we're here, and we can see that it knows we're here.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's a big, scary creature. I'm going to have to shoot it.
Cool.
I'm going to shoot it. What's the range? What's the...
It's not engaged. I'll give you a plus 40 in total.
So I run it as an easy.
It's not like it can dodge. It's in a tunnel.
Actually, it's not. Is that including the fatigue? Do I take the fatigue
So it'll
off
be
the
plus
30?
30 in total, yeah. It's that extra little bit harder to draw a bow today.
Because we're in a mine shaft. Wow.
Dang.
So I've shot an arrow, and then I'm sort of trying to follow the villagers while keeping an eye on it.
Okay. So the arrow goes straight through the left pectoral muscle of one of several pectoral muscles as you look at the jumble of flesh that creates this monster. It doesn't so much roar, but it does flail its arms around. Each of the heads atop its large skull screeching and hissing. Villagers. Not so brave. We won't put it down to 1. This is more a question of... Okay. 2/3 of the villagers are more than happy to just push forward and get the hell out of there. And quite a few of them freeze on the spot. A good third. So you are, say, perhaps some 20 or so villagers looking very hesitant to what's in front of them, seemingly forgetting what's behind them. Lazarus,
Yes.
you're up.
I'm going to try and disengage.
You're not in combat with it.
Oh, fantastic. Then I'm going to move over here. And with my sling, I'm going to shoot it.
Throw a rock at it.
Hey, this.
Rock goes flying. And I think with your... I mean, that would have... Yeah, that would have been a hit with the plus 40, so... and you're not fatigued, so yeah, it would have been 7 whole damage.
Probably did nothing.
You did target it, so we'll never know how much it actually did. No, it's okay. It would, after all of that, would... Okay, you hear a donk as the rock connects with one of its 6 left legs. Doesn't really seem to care. On that note, it asks itself, where did all these yummy people come from? And it's gonna charge. Jebdar and Lothar, we're gonna roll some dice.
Okay.
50 plus, it goes for Lothar. Nope.
Oh dear.
Jebdar, you're up first.
Okay, I'll go with, I guess a dodge because it's going to be too big that I would assume I'd be able to parry.
It's big and it's got lots of arms.
Yep. Let's see. Dodge. Challenging dodge. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay.
So you'd have had to roll a 1 to survive.
Yeah, you would actually have to roll a 1 to 5. So it looks like it's going to knock you out, Jebediah.
Okie doke.
Are you going to chat it up? Or are you going to fate it? Or are you going to re-roll until you roll a 1?
Yeah, I've already got on the upper 30% on my roll.
Yeah.
If I were to spend a fate point, what would that do? I guess it would just negate the attack.
It just didn't hit you.
I'd still be engaged, though, wouldn't I?
Get tripped over and
You'd gain an advantage, so you would be able to disengage for free if that's what you're worried about.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll spend a fate point then.
Okay. I'll give you your advantage.
Okay.
Now, what we're going to do is...
Just right-click the fate on my thing to reduce
Yeah,
by
you
1.
can just go ahead and lower that down a little bit. Now for the follow-up. 1 tail. As the creature swipes on the spot. Lothar, you've seen tails before.
Double backflip over.
Apparently so. Apparently so. Easy to leap over, despite the fact it's the size of a tree trunk. Lothar, it's your turn.
So this is the bigger, uglier brother of what I fought in the cave before.
It looks like he's part of this somewhere.
Oh. Well, I'm not going to go back to the Knuckle Dusters for old time's sake just yet. I am going to basically take a jab at it though, because I'm guessing there's still people like behind trying to push past.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to try and basically jab at it and force it back.
Okay. Swing away.
I've got an advantage. Would that wouldn't count as charging? I'm already engaged, aren't I?
Yeah, no chargy. You are engaged.
Oh, I'm going to re-roll that though.
And a 9 down. I mean, you still won.
I did. But I declared I'd re-roll it before you did that, so I will. There you
Fair. And do a tasty crit. Okay. 17 damage. Okay. Very tasty. A dislocated knee, which is another 4 wounds. Okay. And one of its 6 knees are wrenched out of its socket. It doesn't go prone.
No, I wouldn't expect it to.
No. No. I will give it a penalty to its test, given that you've just ripped one of its legs off effectively with your spear. Piercing straight through one of the joints. One of the limbs is now completely limp and useless. It is actually hissing and screeching via its 5 heads atop its shoulders, and looks more like it's going into some sort of defensive, maybe a retreat. One can only hope, or maybe a frenzied fury. I'm not sure. Let's go for a... Yeah, okay. The road wardens are just hurrying everyone along, which is really, really handy because... bad times. Okay. Give me a... Why can't I find the tokens for this goddamn thing? I made all the tokens and they look really pretty. There we go. Up where your troops are running, Lothar, Jebediah, Lazarus, you can hear more screaming. That's the good news. And
Scream joy.
Oh,
Okay, so we are surrounded.
well, you have one behind you. Yeah, okay, that's just gonna roll an attack now, just to see what it does. Okay, and the road warden, they road roll really well. So currently you have a couple of road warden. They're not road warden, they're guards. Goddammit, Hydra, that are fighting off one of these creatures up ahead. So it sounds like Lothar. Henrik, you're up. You can hear a sloshing, squelching, crawling, writhing, grotesque sound from behind as the other abomination seems to be making ground on you.
Oh, bloody hell. I run up to the group that's frozen and sort of yell in their faces as I draw my bow. Move, you bloody fools, run! And then turn around, and I'm going to target the new creature. It's going to come straight for me. We'll do it anyway.
You can shoot then move. Move behind some cannon fodder. Might get you a corruption point, but...
Meh.
Worth.
So, I should have an advantage for hitting the thing last time.
Yes, you do have an advantage.
So what's this? So I've got plus 20 with my advantage and my normal 20 for using a ranged weapon in close quarters, minus 10 for the fatigue. Do I add anything else to that? Am I still at like plus 40 now for the extra advantage?
Yeah, plus 40.
Wow.
That'll do it. That'll do it. That's a tasty hit. That is a very tasty hit. Shame that's not a crit. Wow. Okay. One of the large shoulder joints that seems to be crawling this creature along takes the arrow straight to it, and you notice the arm at least go somewhat limp creature's speed slowing down, although perhaps its focus and gaze slightly more pointed toward you. Filthy bow user.
I am going to sort of push past this lot and use my movement, but I'm also going to shove them at the same time, trying to get them to move, so I'm not only sort of trying to get past them. Just a little bit further away from the creature.
So you're going to push them.
He's going to make him trip and fall, sacrifice him.
Elfo is going to move forward and offer a berry to one of the guard, who seems a little busy, so Elfo just kind of carries on. Jebediah, what are you up to?
Yeah. So do I? Well, and it may just be me looking at the tokens. Are these creatures look similar?
No.
Okay, so
and
different.
yes, I mean they're all made from pieces of things.
Oh, I see what you mean. It's different pieces of different things, so they wouldn't look identical.
No, not identical, but there seems to be a theme.
Okay, the same kind of creature. Okay. In that case, I know that we've got to go. So Mr. Matt says I got advantage, so I should stay here and fight. But yeah, Jebediah would want to clear the path, I think, up ahead. So I'm gonna lose the advantage and flee up toward the direction the others are moving to try to get out of there and pursue whatever is down that tunnel in the direction we're headed.
Sounds good. What was the first part of that? Apologies.
Basically just lose the advantage to flee.
Yes,
and
just wanted to make sure I heard that right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Advantage spent. You have disengaged. The creature is, well, occupied with Lothar, seeing as he dodged his tail attack, which is tantamount to an insult to an abomination, apparently. Villagers, this is for the 1/3 of villagers that are with you. They're like, yeah, actually, you know what? There is one behind us. We should probably move forwards. Oh my god, there's another in front. We'll go ahead and leapfrog past this group and head off into the next chamber, where there's probably not an encounter. Lazarus, what's up?
The next one.
Yeah, we'll go trick at the next encounter. See ya.
I'm gonna follow them and shoot the one Lothar's fighting.
Okay. Roll away, sweet prince. It is engaged, but you have advantage. You're large. You're not large. It's large. Let's go for a plus. Where's your advantage? There you go. And yeah, plus 40. 50? 50.
Does it have plus 30?
Plus 40, because you're shooting into combat. Apologies.
And it's an average roll?
Well, as long as it's plus 40 in the end, it doesn't matter.
Okay, so...
Put the modifier box to 40 and roll it.
Oof.
Crit. Nice.
It is a crit, though. Okay, and it is 17 damage, because... Hashtag longbow. And a thigh, which is another 2 wounds.
Bleeding.
Okay. I will give it a bleeding condition. That seems more than fair. Okay. Lothar, in front of you, an arrow whooshes into this creature's leg. Seems to have hit an artery. Blood starts spurting all over the show. It also seems like it's really badly hurt. Monster number 1. Actually, no, this is monster number 2. We've left a random guard down here.
Rear security.
Yeah, well, that seems like... Okay, well, we're going to eat the guard first.
Stay here and die. We're running. Bye!
This is a single guard. Okay, 69. Against...
Will he go down?
He only has a crossbow, so... he'll dodge. Oh no, his dodge is terrible.
Yes, he will.
Oh.
Oh, so close.
Why is your dodge so bad?
Damn.
Ah, because you're over encumbered.
Oh, so
How much did the... I'm actually giving that to the guard because these are road warden equipment people. Guard don't have that much equipment, so I refuse to roll on a 17 for anyone because that is below terrible. So that's going to strip his advantage and make him angry. I think he's then just going to go and tail attack you, Henrik.
Oh, thanks.
That's all right. Are you ready for a tail attack? Good news, it does less damage.
Bad news, it rolled well.
It might not be that bad. You can dodge. You dodged.
I did dodge.
Nice.
There you go. 3 advantage. A
A
giant
triple
tail.
somersault over the tail.
There's plenty of rocks around and lots of scenery to be using to your advantage, and the monster finds itself stuck. Meanwhile, however, Lothar, it's time to die, Powers. Oh, okay. Well, maybe. Dodge this. Oh, okay.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah. Okay. So.
I will.
You're doing quite well with dodging big things for this campaign, I will say, because now I know the dragon did hit you, but you know, all in all, looking back, I think you've been particularly dodgy. Right? Okay.
To be fair,
Lothar?
if you're going to dodge anything, making it a large critter is going to be a good one.
Definitely.
Yeah. I'll give him another poke with the spear, see if I can really agitate him. Oh, another crit! Fantastic.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Let's see if we can actually defend that. Roll badly, and he might die.
oh,
Oh,
no.
he critted in return.
you still.
So-
Was there one?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You win, but you will be taking a crit to yourself. Well, let's just do this first. Oh, he's not quite dead. Okay, that does still inflict.
Who got hurt? Oh, he hit me with that.
Yeah, he got a crit on you, so
I'll just.
so you burn the armor, so you don't suffer the torn muscle, but you do still take
just take
one
one
wound.
damage.
Yeah, which does also strip your advantage. He is also incredibly close to dying, but not dead.
What's his crit? He didn't roll his. I crit him.
A arm critical wound sprain.
No, I crit him. I got a leg location.
Apologies. Okay, if you roll. Oh, okay. Yeah,
This
thank you.
seems-
We crit each other.
Stub toe.
Why? Oh my god.
Why did you say anything? A stub toe.
Well, he's
Okay.
one wound closer.
He is one wound closer. Yeah, no, thank you for that. There was crits everywhere for a second.
Funny
Right.
that one killed him.
Yeah, stub toe kills him.
We're on a new round. Let's do a road warden opposed with monster. We'll just compress both of these into one roll. And oh, god damn it. Have an unarmed roll. Because you don't have weapons, apparently.
Actually, have a better weapon skill. Didn't help.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, because they had a shorter weapon, they took a -10 penalty.
Size matters, ladies and gentlemen, as we are about to see. And monster,
No damage
yeah, monster wins. I mean, that was a single compressed for 11 damage. Okay, so one of the road wardens, one of the guard takes a little bit of a battering. Not enough to kill, but enough to at least hear some screams of pain around you. Henrik,
Hi.
you just dodged a tail. What are you up to?
Is it possible to disengage, run away, and then take a quick snapshot, or is that not something that's
You can
allowed?
if you burn your advantage.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So
Yeah.
burn the advantage.
Yeah, you seize the
Okay, so burn the
opportunity. Get out.
advantage. I'll run back here next to Lazarus, targeting the same creature that attacked me because the other one's nearly dead. And then absolutely no advantage whatsoever. So when I was on 0 advantage before, it was a plus I'm at minus 30 for some reason. Okay. Why is
Might
that
be
called
because of
minus-
all the fear, like passive fear things. I think that's kind of what we're maybe looking at.
So
Am
it's
I
negative
ignoring
10 for the.
So it's negative. So it was a plus 40 without the thing. So I'm at minus 10 for the fatigue. So is it back to plus 30?
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Take that.
Congratulations. Another hit. Another pissed off monster. This time taking an arrow to the chest, shuddering and stepping back slightly, and then hissing and moving forwards with a little bit more tenacity. Jabadar. An arrow's just whizzed past you, and Henrik and a lot of townsfolk have run.
Yeah, so the monster that's the one that's up ahead, people are fleeing past it, the guards are fighting. Does it look like the guards have it relatively handled?
One or two of them might die, but otherwise, yes.
Okay, in that case, I'll just run up ahead further here and see if I can maybe just encourage the people to run again. So I'm still hurt.
Okay. Make me that leadership role. We'll make it average. Maybe
Okay.
they respect you. You're old.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll factor it in with the villager's role, I think, as the Elfo. Meanwhile, he's given up on giving berries to them. Jebediah, up to you comes Elfo, with his face covered in what looks like it could be blood. Gives you a berry.
Oh, you hurt? Oh. I look at the berry, confused. Whoa, what's this thing?
It's a berry. It's for your face. Bye.
I take it and look at it confused, and anybody know what the hell he's on about? I look at anyone else who's nearby.
That's a great passive-aggressive insult, that. What's this gift? It's for your face. Oh, wow. Thanks. Let's roll 3 villager rolls, and we'll give them a plus 20, so... the target is better. They're fine. They're also fine. And they're just about fine. So all of the villagers are hurrying along thanks to the assistance of the road warden and such. Everything seems to be going swimmingly well, except for... we'll come to that in a moment. Lazarus, how's it going?
Howdy doody. I will shoot and then continue. So, target you. Average.
Sure. How many arrows you got left? 4.
4.
Well, I'll get you eventually. Okay, well that's another crit. And that could be... Clean break. Okay. Oh, not a running condition. A prone condition, because for a moment, in front of you, Lothar, you have an opening. I'll allow you to go and seize this if you wish before your turn takes place. Your guard are just running.
Okay, so I can basically take a free attack at the one in front of me.
I'll say the one in front of you has just been hit by an arrow and is starting to sort of crawl back up again. It looks pretty heavily wounded, although it's very difficult to assess how much life there is still in it. Meanwhile, to your left, another one is kind of charging after the mob of people that have run away.
Well, I'll try and coup de grace this one. I've got a modifier of plus 30 for some reason. Because the target's prone.
Yep, he is prone.
Right.
Yeah, just I mean, it's a coup de grace, so
That'll do it.
yeah. I mean, with a natural one, we'll just yeet it with that.
Captain.
I think that's fair. So, where do you stab this thing to coup de grace it?
By the look of it, like straight down through the body, through the side of the neck and down.
Yeah, I mean, the bigger the gash, the let's not finish that. But
Yeah, that's not.
but no, let's just
More muscles.
stop
all
that.
the muscles,
Stop
yeah.
there. Yeah, that's where the eyelids turned out. So what we'll do, let's just continue that. Let's continue that train of thought with another monstrosity chasing after the group. This one's going to be performing a athletics test first to see if it can keep up. Can it pass? No. Okay. Behind you guys, I'd say Henrik in particular and Jebediah will be hearing, and Lazarus too, will be hearing a doof, 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 doof. Heavy footprints. Lothar, it seems to be running after them and ignoring you, so you're kind of the monster in the cave now.
I'm going to take off after it then, I suppose.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, now would be a good time for a berry, and then you could just sneak out. Monster is we'll just do one attack with monster versus road wardens.
God.
And they should be okay or not.
They tried to fail it.
Yeah,
They did fail
I mean, they did try. They tried quite hard to fail. Well, okay, another guard's eaten alive. Gobble, gobble, gobble. Henrik. How's it going, bud?
This thing's pissing me off. I'm assuming the group has gone a bit further past me because I did turn around.
Yes, the majority of people are just running on ahead.
Alright. Lothar, time to go.
I'm behind the monster that you're shooting at.
Yeah. From the monster comes a voice saying, "I'm over here."
There's just no shit.
There's the crit.
There's the crit. That's a nice crit. Okay. Another 10 damage. And let's see what the crit is. Oh, bicep. Oh, tasty 5 wounds. Okay.
Bleeding condition.
And 2 bleeding.
I will give it 2 bleeding conditions as well, because that seems cool. And fun fact, it's on half health. Jebediah. I assume, Henrik, you're running after that, as if that...
I'll back off, but I'm not leaving the chamber while Lothar's still in there.
Okay.
And
Wait
I'm
and
well
see.
aware there's a monster with some road wardens behind me. I need to see what Lothar's sort of doing here.
Okay.
Well, he's not on a straw.
Indeed. Indeed. Okay, Jebediah. You're up.
Yeah, my mind is just kind of racing as I hear the death throw of another guard. I look down at the berry. I look a bit frustrated. I remember hearing what the old codger said and what his face looked like, and I mutter under my breath, "Son of a bitch." And I proceed to mash the berry against my face and start rubbing it all over as I'm fleeing.
Sure. You have a face covered in berries.
Woohoo.
You catch up with Elfo. His face is also covered in berries. And let's just roll him a... Gives you a cheeky grin.
This is supposed to work. I hope it works.
He is running right now.
I'm trying
And doesn't
to stay
even
calm.
reply. He's already gone. He just sees you with the berries. It's like nod
Yeah,
and run.
I just assume he knows what's up.
No, I give you this. He does say this way before he goes. Plot twist, it's a straight line. Single tongue.
This way, quickly. Be careful of
Will
the
do.
stones. They're all around us.
Oh hell, stones! I'm looking around nervously as I'm running, watching for stones, not knowing what he meant. Looking kind of paranoid at the stone walls and floors and ceiling
you're in a
all
mine
around me.
shaft. There's a lot of
Yeah,
stones.
everything's stone.
Lazarus, you're up.
Yes. Alright, I'm gonna stand my ground, hoping I don't get attacked. I'm gonna target him. And I'm gonna shoot.
Did you put your? You should have a plus 40 to that, shouldn't you? Is that your plus 40?
I rolled a challenging.
It would have done the advantage automatically, so we'll do another 2 wounds. There we go. Okay, the monster is hurt pretty darn bad. And it's also got a turn. It hasn't noticed you, Lothar, so yeah, Lazarus, you keep shooting it, so...
Yeah, but I'm far away.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's a big monster and you keep shooting arrows at it. It's going to try and bite your bum.
But I like my bum where it is.
Oh, dear. Okay.
Oh,
So that's a crit. I hope you've got armor on your...
Can I
Arm.
make a dodge roll?
You can.
Can I spend a resolve to make that roll a 1?
You can spend a resilience to make it a 1. But you could just roll a dodge first and see what you get.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if I could.
You've only got +1 to beat, so... Roll me a dodge. And you've got like 2 or 3 advantage. Well, that wouldn't pass anyway.
Yeah, you're gonna need the.
So you could re-roll first if you wish. I mean, do you have any re-rolls left? No. No would be the answer. Okay, so yeah, that would be a resilience, and you could pick the dice roll and manually just say, I dodge. Means you now have even more advantage, actually. Now, come to Lothar. You just see this large blob charge into the back of the fleeing villagers and Lazarus.
Yes.
Yep. I am gonna basically charge it this time. Since
Okay.
it's not engaging me. Just try and stab it in the back.
You
Since it's not
have a
paying
plus
attention.
20 for attacking it from behind, and it's large, so 30 plus your advantage.
So 40.
I believe so.
No. I had an advantage from stabbing the other one, didn't I?
Yes.
So I
Did
should
you?
have 2 advantage. Yes. Oh well, damn it. Oh, I didn't. Oh, I'm not going to tick the charging box. I know I'm charging. Oh, that'll do.
That'll do. That might even do it. That might even do it. Let's have a look. Yes, that actually did it. You actually did it. Badly twisted knee.
Sure.
It goes to the floor. Temporarily. I say that it's not like the creature just falls over in a useless pile of mess, but it is knocked off of kilter and is going to take a moment to right itself. Hashtag it's going to get an action but not a movement next turn. Or a movement but not an action. We have one final opposed roll here just to see what's going on between the monster and the guard. To see if it's just going to kill all of the guard. At this rate,
Please no.
it's only killed 1 so far, so...
Hooray!
Yay!
Yes.
Okay, the guard managed to subdue. Well, yeah, sure. They've been at it for long enough. I'll give it to them. And there's quite a few of them, so... we're off to Henrik.
I'm gonna drop my bow, draw my sword, and I'm gonna dive on this thing and smack the living shit out of it.
Stab, 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 stab.
Plus, yep, I'm at the right place.
Okay. Lots of the small, little rat-like skulls look up at you as you swing down towards it. They hiss, they shriek, they squeal. Sever them, one at a time. Gentlemen, I think we can wrap up the coup de grace and simply say there are some loud rumblings in the tunnel behind you. There's probably more of them. But for
In the
now, you
direction
have
we
an
came
opening.
from, or the direction
The
we were
direction
heading?
you came from.
All right.
We messed around.
So I just look at Lazarus and Lothar and
If I pull the stair out,
Turn
I'm
around
already
and-
gone.
turn around and run.
Yeah.
Start sprinting after everyone else.
That seems like a good thing to do. Right. So, there is probably about 3 to 4 minutes of frantic running at this point. A large amount of villagers, some 60 odd, still hurriedly making their way through. Fortunately, you didn't actually lose any during all of this. Perhaps just the one who was initially eaten. And, yeah, okay, guard, but, you know, that's what they're paid for. And eventually you make your way out to the hillsides. You see not daylight, but moonlight. Quite as reassuring, but close enough, right?
We're out.
Oh, we made it out. I thought I was goner in there.
What on earth have you got on your face?
It was some berries from that. As a berry from that elfo fella. Yeah, I tell you what, none of them creatures attacked me once I put this stuff on. It works.
You mean none of them attacked you when you ran past them all? And
Yeah, exactly. It's like having the protection of the gods or something.
Oh, you probably don't want that.
Well,
Oh. No, I'm not
Maybe
sure.
not.
I'm not sure that will take as a fashion. It's not very good. Anyway, we should move on.
right. I just kind of look around a bit sheepishly, feeling eyes on me from various people, no doubt looking at me like I'm strange for having berry mashed over my face.
Is everyone milling around, or are they actually still moving?
Most people are just happy to be out of the cave and kind of just... surely now we're outside of a cave, nothing bad will happen. Let's catch our breath.
Can we
All
still
right,
hear the
everyone.
thuds of the
I'm sorry.
things down the hallway? Tunnel, rather.
Or that dragon. flew
Yeah,
over
and
the mountain.
as I was going to say, I would check in the skies too.
Let's all roll perception tests.
Okay.
Let's roll perception.
Are they challenging?
They are average.
They are average. Below average. Ooh, above average.
Mine should not be that high. I should fail that.
That is definitely too high. Please remove your advantage.
You want me to reroll, or did you just
Nah, it's
fail?
fine. It's a flippity flop. Lothar, the tunnel behind you seems clear. Hedrick, you agree. You look outside. Difficult to make out exactly where you are, but you see and notice that you're fairly high up in some hills, mountains. You see a river off in the distance. Difficult to make out via the mist, but one thing does make it easier to spot. That is a town that seems to be ablaze.
Do I recognize? Oh, go on. What are you gonna say?
We will, in fact, roll forward your navigation from earlier. You are looking at Tarm.
No, no.
Guys, I think Tom's on fire.
My chair!
We need to hurry.
We need to get there, and we need to get there now. Everyone, go towards the big fiery thing. That's a town. Be careful, be wary, keep your eyes and ears open. And move, everyone.
Are you sure we should actually go there if it's on fire? What if the attackers are there?
My pregnant girlfriend is over there.
Oh,
I'm going.
sorry.
That's home. That's where we're going, Jebediah. If you want to go somewhere else, by all means.
You could go back into the cave if you want.
I don't quite like my odds. I reckon I'm gonna stick with y'all for now.
All right, let's go. And we want to start heading down there at a very brisk pace.
The group push forwards. We'll have to wait till next Friday to see what they find.
Oh.
You son of a bitch.
Dun, 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 dun. Well, stuff, you know. You've done all right with your trials and tribulations. I'd say you got off pretty lightly. I mean, Jebediah's got a broken arm, but other than that... And you're all fatigued, which is still a problem for next session.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Lazarus, your juice has worn off your fatigue too now. There you go. Goddamn apothecary. With your potions. I mean, it was still hella useful. Ah, gentlemen. Well, you're all right. You're all right. No one's dead. Any closing thoughts for today, other than help? Stop throwing combat at us. Leave me alone. Let us roleplay.
Trust in the
I
berries.
think the GM hates us.
Yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure there's a giant Burning Man concert at the town. That's what
It could be a ceremony to the fire god.
Nothing sinister is happening at all.
Everything is fine. It's also
It's just really warm.
It's Yeoman's reaction to finding out about Yala.
Monday is the last Monday, and Friday is the last Friday. So,
Oof.
for now at
No
least.
pressure.
So, yeah. So, I mean, crescendo. Shit's got to hit the fan, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yep, absolutely. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for stopping on by. Thank you for taking the time to watch, to hang out, to chill and chat. Sorry we don't all get to chat and chat while playing and stuff, but we're reading, and we'll see you all next time. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.